It's November the 22nd, and this is your Pacific Palisades real estate market update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty, and I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. Happy Thanksgiving almost. And here is this week's important market activity. There are 72 listings. That's down 2 from last week, so it's continually drifting down as we get closer to the holiday season. Don't expect it to kick off probably until Super Bowl, like that one. Just listed in Castellammare, 17405 Castellammare for $6.2 million. It's a 2016 architectural, about 4,000 square feet on a 4,000 square foot lot. So it's kind of tight there. That street's a little tight too right there. So the parking and everything, it's a little awkward. However, it's got fabulous views. And the one thing about this is I think the floor plan is a little bit quirky. Now this sold for $4,750 in 2020 and for $5.2 in 2016. Now it's $6.2, so it could be a tad high. Just listed in Upper Bienvenida, 16647 Bienvenida Place for $6 million. It's a 1975 contemporary Mediterranean that's been updated over the years, and so some recent, some not so recent updates. It's got good views. I would say they're good. I don't know if they're huge, but they're good views, and it's mostly a hardscape yard with a pool. And this sold in 22 for $4,850, so might be a tad high also. Just listed in the Marquez Knolls adjacent area, 16650 Akron for $4.3. Now listen to this history. It sold in 04 for $1.5. I think they fixed it up a bit. Then it sold in 16 for $3 million. Actually, I sold it then. And it sold early 23 for $4 million. So it's at 4.3. I think it's probably priced pretty well. Mid-century, 2,600 square feet. A lot of appeal, very open floor plan, kitchen to living, goes out to a deck with pretty big views and a good sized yard once you get to it. You have to go down a couple of flights to get to it. Just listed in the Alphabet Streets, 954 Galloway Street for $3,950,000. So you know this is near the village. You can stroll into the village. Now this sold in 21 for $3,525,000. So originally built in 46. Then it was redone, I think, in the 70s, and then it's been redone again since then. So it's in pretty nice shape, but because it's kind of evolved over the years, you're going to have some mixtures of stages there. The backyard privacy isn't that great in this one, but for that price point, to be close to the village is pretty good. That is 2,600 square feet on the 52 lot there, 5,200 square footer. Just listed in the Highlands, 17173 Avenida de Santa Inés for $2,450. I like this for an entry-level play because it's 2,900 square feet, so you get good square footage. You're under 2.5. It's dated. You're going to have to fix it, but it's a nice. I like it up there, and you get club facilities, so you get a big pool, some tennis courts, a gym, and all that stuff. Not bad for entry-level. Just listed in the Las Casas Loop, 620 Marquette Street for $3.2 million. This is about a 20,000 square foot lot. The house is probably a teardown. This is part of a larger parcel that was for sale before with plans for a big thing. And so what they've done now is they've carved it up, and so they're trying to make it a different play now. So it is a nice piece. Building this is going to come with its challenges because, of where it's located. But in the end, it's kind of cool because it's tucked away at the top of a canyon, gets nice sunshine there. Just sold in the Riviera. 765 Amalfi Drive for $9 million. Okay, this is on the rim of Lower Amalfi, so you get views back towards like Will Rogers and Chautauqua and stuff. I like the location a whole lot. Now this lot is 16,500 square feet, so somebody's going to build a real nice house here. What's it going to end up being? Yeah, I think it's probably a spec, probably high 20s. That's my guess. Just sold in the Upper Marquez Knolls, 16705 Charmel Lane, sold for $4,325,000. A 1966 contemporary, probably a 50-50 if it's a teardown. You know, it's got good clean lines. The square footage is close to 3,000, like 2,900 square feet. It's got a pool, you know, and the views are great. So that's what it's all about up there. Big views up in Upper Marquez. To me, that feels like the bird streets were before it went crazy, if you know what I mean in there. They won't ever build quite as big a houses as they do up there, but still, it's got that same vibe. In the Palisades, just sold in the Alphabet Streets, 836 Iliff Street, sold for a neat $4 million. 2003, a 2003 Mediterranean, about 3,100 square feet on a 6,500 square foot lot. Now this has got good volume and good character. You know, I like this play. You know, it's a little dated, but it's a little different than your standard fare in the Alphabets because, you know, mostly they're the big, you know, new things. So this is not bad for that price point. And it's a 6,500 square foot lot. So no more calls, please. Just sold in the Palisades Highlands, in the summit, exactly in the enclave, which is like the gated upper part of the summit there. Really nice. I love all those palm trees up there. It really feels quite gracious. 16754 Via La Costa, sold for $3,950,000. Now this is a 6,100 square foot house on a 13K lot. You know, it's had some updates over the years, but the floor plan on this was a little bit quirky, particularly in the main bedroom. But look at it. It's $650 a foot. That value you can't beat, you know, and it has some views. And you get club facilities up there as well, the Summit Club, which is really nice. Just sold in Rustic Canyon, 14629 Hillside for $3,350,000. This is a mid-century, a Kenneth Lynn design, or at least so they think. Very much a fixer, close to the park and the tennis courts, etc. So I like it. You know, the lot size is 7,100 square feet. The house is like 2,600 square feet. And I love Rustic Canyon. It's such a cool location. I hope this information has been helpful to you. And if you're looking to find your perfect house, I look at more property than probably anybody in the Palisades. Or if you're thinking of selling, like I said, inventory's dropping. Beat the competition, get it on at a great price, and you will sell before the end of the year. Okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.